himself has gone to seek the same support. Probably it's the same thing happening here, that any candidate who's willing to take on President William Ruto come 2027 would want to have such a backing behind him. Are you saying that some of these headlines could be engineered to try and swing people to think in a certain way?
Fred, again, this is a case of overreading or overreaching, really, on the life of the former president. And he never spoke about Matiang'i anywhere. And where the people found that connection, I don't know. However, as it's been said, I can imagine when William Ruto is no longer president, people will still go to him to ask for his support. Mm-hmm. See, because he has a remnant, he has some kind of following still left with him. He still has influence somewhere. So it's one of those things. In fact, even when Shima Mugatana knows, when he was not re-elected, people will still come to him and say, please, join us. We need you. I mean, this is just a very normal political scheming in Kenya. It's something that you'll try and find somebody. So if anybody goes to President Uhuru, former President Uhuru, and says, can I get your blessing? He would definitely answer and probably give everybody his blessing or something like that. But the thing about it is that there's been very bad blood established from the very beginning of the Kenya Kwanza administration, from the day they were sworn in. That day was the beginning of bad blood between the two presidents, actually. Because and then there was this thing about raiding his farm and then refusing to pay him his dues and so on and so on. It was very bad. And so when you see a president, a former president, acting sometimes like that, there's that thing that I keep talking about called the trust deficit. Mm-hmm. And so what I think President William Ruto has to work on is it is his responsibility to gain the trust of the former president. You know, and I think it's very important for him to be the one to reach out to the former president. I said before, be magnanimous. Don't be held back by what the hawks tell you. Be magnanimous as a president. Be the one to reach out to the people, even those that you don't like. Because to have the spine of a president, to be able to be a president, you have to be, even those things that they say about you, you have to be very strong. You must be able to live with the fact that people will insult you, they will speak behind your back, they will say stories about you. But you are the president of the Republic of Kenya. And so once you begin to react as though you doubt your position, then you start attacking other people in response. There are people who are going to do that job for you. So that's always been my advice, that let's not be quick and hot-tempered and so on as a president. I do believe that it's mostly the people around the president who are supposed to advise him, will probably say to the president, hey, you've been insulted. So, do you know what people say about Donald Trump? What people say about Joe Biden, and it's very in public. But they don't go out to try and diminish or extinguish those people. So I do want us, as the democracy that Kenya is, first of all, to allow Uhuru Kenyatta his own space to decide whom he supports and whom he doesn't support. But because he's a statesman and a former president who ran this country for 10 years, whether in a good way or not, he is now what do you call him? He's a senior statesman, even for the African continent. They use him now a lot. They ask him to help here and there. It is up to the incumbent to prepare for himself a safe landing when he is no longer president. Because how you treat your predecessors is exactly how you're going to be treated. And I think for Kenya, we have set a precedent that we respect our former presidents. We honor them. We give them a good place until the day they are not able to live anymore here. So why are we beginning badly? And I think that's why. But on the matter of Matiang'i, I understand from my reading recently that it's actually the Gen Zs who actually have been talking about Matiang'i more than Uhuru, than anybody else. Mm-hmm. So if you want to ask the question who is bringing out the name of Matiang'i, it's the Gen Zs. And it's their right and their freedom. Okay. And I think we should just allow Uhuru to have his peace. Mm-hmm. And I think let us respect him.
But we see